Hi, Dave Sievertson with Cincinnati General Insurance Agency talking about umbrella liability policies. What is an umbrella liability policy? An umbrella policy is a separate policy in addition to your auto insurance policy, your homeowner's insurance policy, or if you have a boat, your boat owner's insurance policy, that provides an extra layer of liability coverage over all your other policies. So for instance, if I have $100,000 of liability coverage on my automobile insurance, I'm in a serious accident, I get sued, that coverage gets used up, my umbrella policy kicks in and provides additional protection for me from that lawsuit. Who needs an umbrella liability policy? Well, a couple of things to consider. If you're an individual that has a high net worth, you have nice homes, you have assets, you have lots of things, you have investments. If you have a high income, you want to protect your income stream against lawsuits, that's a consideration. If you have a high future income, maybe you're a doctor, you just got out of medical school, you don't have a lot of assets, but you have great future earning potential. Those things all relate to how suable you are and to whether or not you may need an umbrella liability policy. So if you do need one, how much do you need? As a rough ballpark, you want to look at your existing assets. So if I have a net worth of $5 million, I'm going to look at a $5 million umbrella liability policy. If I have unusual risks, teenage drivers, I might increase that limit by an extra $1 million. So that's a good starting point, but you'll want to consult with your agent to come up with a more precise number. Are there different types of umbrella policies? Broadly speaking, there's two different categories of umbrella. The most common is what they call follow form. So what that says is that if there's underlying coverage for a claim in your auto insurance policy, in your homeowner's insurance policy, then the umbrella coverage will follow form and will provide that extra cushion of coverage, $1 million or greater. The problem with that is, for instance, many homeowner policies no longer cover libel and slander. Well, people are posting things on the internet all the time, and that's a great exposure. Many companies are treating that now as an intentional act, that you purposely went online and said something untrue about somebody. So if there's no coverage for that in your underlying policy, then there'll be no coverage for that in your umbrella policy. So the better umbrella policy is what they call an excess policy. Basically, and this is very rough, it just says, we're going to insure you for anything that can happen to you, liability-wise, except for the things that we specifically exclude. So it's a broader coverage, and in that instance, it would pick up that cover for libel and slander. We recommend you always read your umbrella policy before you would purchase one, with especial regard to the exclusions. You don't want to have an umbrella policy exclude anything that you're doing now or anything that you think you may do in the future. You don't have to purchase your umbrella policy from the same company that you bought your home and your auto insurance from. You can get a standalone policy, and sometimes that's a better choice. The most important consideration, I think, for your umbrella policy is get an umbrella policy that also provides you with uninsured and underinsured motorist protection. So, for instance, I'm driving my car, I'm in an accident, I'm in a serious accident hit by an uninsured driver. Okay, now my underlying auto policy is going to provide some protection, help me, recoup some medical expenses, lost wages, some things along those lines. But many umbrellas don't offer that option to have that coverage included. So I want an umbrella policy that will then kick in. And for instance, if I can't go to work again, if I'm a surgeon and I've damaged my hands and I can't work, well, then I'm going to collect from that umbrella policy just like I could if I could have sued that person if they had any ability to pay that claim. In general, dollar for dollar, the umbrella liability policy is one of the best values in the insurance world. Policies start around $200 and they go up just depending on the complexity of the case. As a recommendation, we recommend to almost all our policyholders they take at least a serious look at getting an umbrella liability policy. Thank you.